One45 Analytics is a turnkey data warehouse and dashboarding system designed specifically for medical education. Today we will be looking at how you can filter within data in analytics. Filters appear on both the iWork and Student Academic Affairs and iWork in the Office of Medical Education. Today we will use the iWork in the Office of Medical Education as our example. When filtering on data, first locate the area of the system you want to report on. Then choose the button to sub-select a dashboard. When the dashboard opens, you'll often have filters along the left-hand side that allow you to narrow in on data sources. Here, I'm going to choose an academic year, and I can select this by clicking on a specific academic year or deselecting it. I can also type in the academic year I seek. Once I've narrowed in on my academic year, we can layer additional filters within here. In this case, I'm most interested in my biochemistry and death and dying courses. Once I've narrowed in on my preferred data, will be represented within your visualizations or tables. Here, we can see within the visualization that I can narrow in on specific items by clicking on a course or a particular item within the visualization. I can also choose to click on a particular data source within the visualization to narrow in on failures or other items. If I've made a mistake, I can click on the X to remove it before saving that item. And we can also often use our labels within the visualization as well. So here I'm going to narrow in to identify how many times students failed death and dying. Once I've identified that, if I need to adjust or remove my filters, we can do that through the filter pane at the top of the page. To remove an individual filter, select the X to remove that item. You can remove all filters by going to the dashed box and clicking on the X. If you've made a mistake and need to get your filters back, click on the backwards arrow to replace those items or the forwards arrow to remove them again. Oftentimes when looking at filters, you can also filter within a visualization based off of gradable activity types or other factors. Here, I want to narrow in to identify how students performed on internal exams. Clicking on that can allow me to look at these exam scores over time without looking at data sources that are not important for my reporting today. Once you've narrowed in on a particular data source, we can start to see other metrics such as standard deviation, cohort average, etc. I'm going to remove my exam internal MCQ, narrow in on a particular academic year, and look at preclinical courses only. Now that I've selected this data, I can see that we have our assignment scores, internal exams, etc. If you wish to present the data in another format, you'll often have filters or options embedded directly within the visualization. In this case, I want to view the data by the course subject or activity type, or perhaps instead of seeing the course or clerkship name, I want to see the subject type at the bottom of the visualization. Changing these buttons can provide you with a lot of power to tweak the visualization off of your specific use case that day. In addition, when we look at tabular views, we can also click on items directly within a tab to narrow in on results. We can sort the tabs from high to low, or use the magnifying glass to select or deselect items.